Good morning all, and welcome to Converting Measures Lesson 3, when you think about which operation should you use and why. So your first question is, a tube of toothpaste holds 75 millilitres. How many tubes can be filled using 3 litres of toothpaste? That's a mind-blowing amount of toothpaste to think about. So think, which operation am I going to use to work this out, and do I need to convert any of my units of measurement? First, I would suggest converting your litres into millilitres. So 3 litres is 3,000 millilitres. And then the operation you're going to need is division. So if you divide 3,000 by 75, by whatever method you like, you should get the answer of 40 tubes. Problem number 2. A parcel weighs 439 grams. How much would 27 parcels weigh? And you need to give your answer in kilograms. So again, which operation would you use? And do you need to convert anything? Okay, so for this one, we're doing a multiplication. 439 grams times 27 parcels. So it's a good chance to practice your long multiplication. So first of all, your first row, 7 nines are 63, 3 sevens are 21 plus 6, and then 4 sevens are 28 plus the 2 to give you 3,073 on that line. 0 second row, 2 nines are 18, 3 twos are 6 plus the 1 gives you 7, and 4 twos are 8. Add both of those rows together to give you 11,853 grams. Now to convert those to kilograms, you need to remember that there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram, so therefore you need to divide that answer by 1,000, which will give you 11.853 kilograms. If you asked to round that to 2 decimal places, which you would sometimes be asked to do, then that would be 11.85 kilograms. I made some disastrous chocolate chip cookies the other day. I think perhaps I should have made buns instead. Here's a recipe for buns. 600 grams of sugar, 0.6 kilograms of butter, 18 eggs, which gives you a mass of 792 grams. That's a lot of eggs. 3/4 of a kilogram of flour and 10 grams of baking powder. And we need to find out the total mass, it's another word for the weight, in kilograms. So you may want to convert everything into kilograms first and work with some decimals, or you may want to convert things into grams first and then change the total to kilograms in the end. Pause the video and have a go. Here's a demonstration of how to turn everything into kilograms and then add it up. You have to be very careful with your columns, so I'm going to add in some zeros as placeholders, just in case my adding goes wrong. So I've got an answer of 2.752 kilograms. I will now pause the video and I'll write down the version where everything is in grams in case that's the way you did it. Okay, here's a version where everything is now in grams. I've done the converting that way. So hopefully I should get the same answer. I've got 2,752 grams, but I do need my answer in kilograms as it said, so I will need to divide by 1,000, which will give me 2.752 kilograms. Hooray, it's the same answer. And again, if I was asked to do that to 2 decimal places, it would be 2.75 because we round the 2 down. Here's the next problem for you. Jasper, Charlie and Zach jumped a total of 12.69 metres in a long jump competition. Charlie jumped 200 centimetres further than Jasper. Zach jumped 2,000 millimetres further than Charlie. What distances did they all jump? And we need the answer in metres. So you've got some converting to do and also some adding or subtracting. Okay, so this is quite a tricky one. I've written down the basic information here. My total is 12.69 metres, and I know that Charlie jumped 2 metres more than Jasper and Zach jumped 2 metres more than Charlie. So the way I got my head around it was by doing a bar model. So there are the initials of the children, Jasper and Charlie and Zach, and I know that Charlie was Jasper plus 2 metres and Zach was Charlie plus 2 metres. So I've written 2's in those bits, and all together is 12.69. So then I've taken 12.69 and I've taken away the 6 metres of these extra blocks to give me 6.69. And that 6.69 is these 3 parts here. So if I divide that by 3, that'll give me what one part is. That will give me what Jasper's is, or this bit of Charlie, or this bit of Zach, which is 2.23 metres. So I know that that's how much Jasper did, 2.23. Charlie did that plus 2 metres, so 4.23. And Zach did 4.23 plus 2 metres. And I know that it's 2 metres because I've converted my centimetres and my millimetres into metres right at the very beginning. So over here are my distances that they jumped. And if I total them together, just to double check that I haven't done anything daft, I can see that they do add up to 12.69 metres. So those answers are correct. That is quite a tricky one. If you didn't kind of get it, try rewinding the video and going through again. And remember to start off with converting the 200 centimetres into 2 metres and the 2,000 millimetres into 2 metres, and it makes the numbers much easier to deal with. Okay, last problem for this video. It's about nails. Nails weigh 3.85 grams each, and there are 24 in a packet. What would be the total mass of 60 packets? And you need to give that in kilograms. That's the first part of the problem. Once you've worked that out, if you wanted half a kilogram of nails, how many packets is that? And how many grams of nails would be left over? So start working on the first part of the problem first, and then you can always rewind the video and come back to the next bits. So for the first part of my problem, I need to work out the weight of the nails in 1 packet. So I'm going to do 3.85 grams times 24. Another chance for some long multiplication. Have a good look at that. And you should end up with 92.4 grams per packet. But we want 60 packets, so we need to multiply by 60. Now I don't really need to do a long multiplication here, because I would just have a total row of zeros. If I did 0 times 4, 0 times 2, 0 times 9, I would have a row of zeros here. So that's the waste of time. I may as well jump straight into 0 second row and do the 6 times everything. So I end up with 5,544 grams, but I need to convert it into kilograms by dividing by 1,000, which gives me 55.44 kilograms. That's the first part of that question. For the next part of the problem, I need half a kilogram of nails. Now I know half a kilogram is 500 grams because 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. And I know from my previous calculations, I've just transferred over here, the 1 packet is 92.4 grams. So I need 500 grams divided by 92.4. Well, I don't fancy doing a long division where 92.4 is my divisor, so I'm going to do some estimating. I'm going to think to myself, well, 92.4 is very nearly 100 grams. If it was 100 grams, then I'd need 5 packets, but I'm going to need a bit more than that. So I'm going to estimate it might be 6 packets and do a calculation just to see, which is here. 92.4 times 6 gives me 554.4 grams. So that sounds pretty close to 500. And the last part of the question asked me how many grams of nails would be left over. So I just need to subtract 500 grams from 554.4, and that gives me 54.4 grams left over. Another quite complicated problem, but well done if you got to that. That's the end of this particular video. There will be another 2 coming. Bye.